Even better, these eager young mages are so thirsty for knowledge, they've gone as far as the far east and Alamigo to discover new spells. I don't know why. It was giving me Mike was giving me problems before we started, so hopefully it'll work well. Ah, I remember not so long ago when it was just me trudging across the realm, and now there's a whole host of us working to improve the art. I'll have to jot these new tricks down in your spell book so you can go and have a look for yourself, eh? Oh, and I was meaning to tell you about that log I've been putting together. Thanks to you and our other colleagues, I've managed to construct a fairly convincing case for blue magic's unbeatable versatility, but a few more notes from the field wouldn't go astray. Anyway, that's about it for guild news. Ah, Yandi, my diligent disciple. Today's the day. Really, I was hoping you'd be back. I've been practicing all the blue magic I could get my hands on, and I would love for you to see my progress. Now, there'll be time for that later. As I was saying, today's the day for your big test. I sense something amiss. Where's your friend? Oh, you mean Nudaba? He was doing so well. Then one day not too long ago, he just left. Yes, it was a shame to lose so promising a pupil, but I'm sure he had his reasons. We can only hope he's out there somewhere giving blue mages a good name. Zilly, no one told me you were available, darling. Not that the job I have in mind is worthy of your talents. In any case, I can make do with Azuro the Third here. You see, I'm hosting some patrons who've traveled all the way from the Far East to witness the spectacle of the Great Azuro, or one of his incarnations, doing battle in the mass carnival. Short notice, I know, but I'll need you in the Celestium right away. I'm sorry, Royce, but today is an important... Did I mention these patrons were wealthy Kugane merchants? Put on a good enough show and we might snag ourselves some new investors, which means more coin to share around. But we wouldn't want to disappoint our distinguished guest now, would we? I'd better do some stretches. I'll let you administer Yandi's test for her. Zilly, honestly, there's a naught to it. I've already arranged a void sent for her to fight. All you need to do is see if she wins or not. Her opponent is waiting out at Spineless Basin, a big tentacled brute of a thing. Introduce yourselves, and then Yandi can have at it. Is it going to be Ultros? Excuse me. Martin never changes, does he? It makes my head spin. But at least this way I get to show you how much I've improved. Come on, let's go and find this void scent. Where is the control panel? Black brush. Like right outside. Alright. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to take, to be honest with you. I picked up a few spells just while leveling, but we have to go do dungeons and whatnot. Pick up more spells, it could take a while. What happens when you don't look ahead any? Yeah, it's Ultros. Hey, I know you. You're that Azuro the Second character. Martin told me I'd be training against some young and pretty up-and-comer, so you keep out of it, alright? Wahaha, now that's what I'm talking about. I promise not to bruise you too badly. Zilly, any advice for tackling this fiend? Turn him into takoyaki. Wear his imp attack. think I have that hairstyle. Wee-hee-hey, now that hurt. Ow, right in the cephalopods. Enough, I yield. Uncle Holty didn't sign up for this. I did it, I won. Now I can make my debut in the Masked Carnival. The title of Azuro the Fourth was riding on the outcome of this test, you see. Only the honor really should have gone to Nutiba. He's always been far more skilled in blue magic than me. I wonder what could have possessed him to leave like that. I could tell something was troubling him, but he vanished without a word. Seemed such a waste, too. But no, it's not my place to question his decisions. He has his life to lead, and I have mine. Let's head back to the city and see if Martin's bout is finished, shall we? Be quicker to teleport. I have money ever since I sold those Cassie earrings. How went the testing then? Fantastic, so we've another Zero to wow the crowds, eh? My own demonstration went rather well, I thought. In fact, our Far Eastern guests should be along soon to shower me with praise. Welcome, welcome. That was some performance, wouldn't you agree? I would not. Why, your Masked Carnival is simply a poor recreation of Kugane's own Fukumen Fighting Festival. Fukumen? Our word for mask, Miss Royce. They are won by the blue wizards who duel the fearsome creatures of the festival, pitting spectacular spells against untamed ferocity. It has proven most popular with the masses. Did he say blue wizards? If I had known such second-rate entertainment awaited me here, I would have ended my journey in your golden saucer. Did I hear that straight? Because it sounds like someone's making money off my enterprise. Martin, I need you to board the next ship to Kugane and look into this Fukumen festival thing. If it really is a blatant imitation of the Masked Carnival, then I intend to object in the most strenuous terms. There will be magistrates involved. Personally, I'm curious about these so-called blue wizard fellows. If I find out they're making a mockery of our art, then there will be 7 hells to pay. While Martin's busy across the waves, we're relying on you to pick up the slack in the Celestium, darling. You earned the title of Azuro the Fourth. Now let's see how you fill out the costume. Behold! The proud line of the great Azuro lives on. You certainly look the part there, Yandi. Gods, I can feel the gap between teacher and pupil getting smaller by the day. I'd best be expanding my own spellbook if I'm to keep calling myself Guildmaster. And I reckon you should keep a step ahead as well. Basic Instinct is a good one to learn. Once you've mastered that and polished your powers a bit, I'd appreciate it if you could stop by and check in on Hyundai. Oh, I have that already. I got that a long time ago. I won't be around to offer instruction for a time, but I have great faith that the guild will never flounder with the 2 of you on the job. Yeah, that was like one of the first ones I got. We'll be fine, I'm sure. It's Martin I'm worried about. Anyway, I'll be holding the fort here should there be anything you need. Second-rate entertainment complete. Level 63. Everybody was Fukumin fighting. Yonde appears to have been waiting for you. Dilly, you're looking even more competent than usual. I take it you followed Martin's advice? Well, don't slow down now, because I've been improving by leaps and bounds. The Celestium still echoes with applause for the deeds of Azuro IV. Speaking of fighting arenas, I have a letter here for you from the Guildmaster. I wonder how his investigation in Kugane is progressing. Dear Zilly, I write to you from lands foreign and forbidding, the bubbling of the tea kettle, my constant companion. This missive should, by rights, be a comprehensive report on our Far Eastern competitors, but I must confess that my investigative efforts suffered a significant setback following my arrival in Kugane. I fear that the true purpose of my journey here will be delayed beyond the limits of Royce's patience, thus I do humbly beg you to render your assistance. Please come to the tea house in front of Sekusegami Barracks, and I will explain everything. Waiting in hope, Martin. Oh dear, I suppose we should have expected something like this. You will help him, won't you? I shudder to think what kind of trouble he's found himself in. Kugane. Okay. Welcome, honored customer. Can I interest you in a steaming cup of tea and a delectable dongo? Zilly, you came. Had a change of profession? Nice robe. A nice robe. This is part of the setback I mentioned in my letter. I was just about done for the morning anyway, so now's as good a time as any to talk. And when I first arrived in Kugane, I thought to myself, Martin, you need to find yourself a place to stay. It must have taken, at least several moments before I got hopelessly lost in the back streets. That's when a kindly Namazu offered to lend me a hand. Finn, whatever. Accepting his aid was the start of my misfortunes. The little bleeder had me knocked out, purse emptied, and stripped to the skin before I even knew what was happening. Add insult to injury, the local authorities' response to a befuddled, bare-bottomed man stumbling about town is to lock him up on charges of public indecency. I was able to plead innocence on that count at least, but that still left me penniless, friendless, and naked as a newborn babe. The officers took pity on me then, and arranged a job for me here at the tea house in exchange for food and board. Once they'd lent me some clothes, of course. I've since been spending every spare moment learning the ins and outs of the perfect cup of tea, but I think I've got the hang of it now. I can finally start nosing into that Fukumin fighting festival, and with your help, hopefully make up for lost time. Right then, I'll ask some questions around the tea house while you interrogate the clientele of the Shiokaze hostelry. Gently, mind you. Once you ferreted out some choice bits of information, we can meet back here and compare notes. Let's get to it. Yeah. What's his name? Gyoto. That damn Namazu. I know more about drinking than fighting, but even I've heard about this festival of yours. They opened its doors only a short while ago, and the battling beasts it showcases are already drawing huge crowds. The real stars, though, are the Blue Wizards. Their wild magics bring the customers back again and again like a smooth cup of sake. Do I know of it? I've been to see it. Blue Hood was a fan favorite for a while, but now everyone cheers for Golden Goliath. Not only has he bested every creature he's faced, he's also crushed any upstart brave enough to challenge his title. I should warn you now, friend, tickets to the festival sell out quickly, but there's a price for everything. You've got purse to pay for it. The Fukumin Fighting Festival, men slaughtering beasts, bah, where's the entertainment in that? I can understand the common folk lapping it up, but it seems that even the Lord Bugyo has fallen under its spell. Last I heard they were hosting matches in the No Theater up at the castle. Unbelievable. Shall we go talk to Martin now? Where's Martin? Eric's. What did we find out then? Sounds to me like the festival is a recent phenomenon, which means it's almost certainly an imitation of our mass carnival. If we're to be completely sure, though, I need to see one of these matches with my own eyes. Now, I heard the same thing you did about buying tickets. Seems they all sell out before you can bloody blink, but rumor has it they do a thriving trade on the black market. As much as I'd prefer to avoid dealing with back alley types, I don't think we have time to mess about. Let's wander the streets around Kogane Dori and see what's on offer, shall we? Report there. Black marketer. Keep an eye out for any shady-looking characters. Festival tickets. I have tickets for the Fukumen and the fighting. Yes, yes. You. I know you. Yodo? I want to say Yodo. Yes, yes, it is I, your faithful Gyodo. Wait, you're that Namazu who robbed me. Well, you were all but asking to be robbed. How was I to know you were acquainted with our mutual friend here? I ought to gut you here in the street. Where's my money? Where are my clothes, you nasty little bottom feeder? Now, now. Let us not be hasty. Your money I can return, but the fine clothing sold quickly. Perhaps you will accept some other form of recompense. Yes, yes? Tickets. You were in search of Fukumen Fighting Festival tickets, were you not? Here, you must have this rare and valuable entry token, free of charge. We are even now. Yes, yes? Then I must be on my way. Well, I suppose I'll never see my clothing again, but at least I got some coins back and snagged an entry ticket into the bargain. Let's head on over to the castle and see if there's any matches underway. I imagine there's someone collecting tickets at the gate. I did what most people do. I just leveled, like, fighting monsters. Oh, are you in for a treat? The inimitable Golden Goliath is on the docket for today's entertainment. May I see your tickets, please? Would this get the both of us in? Certainly, sir. You are aware, however, that this token only permits entry to the preliminary matches. A full-price ticket is required to view the main event. Here, that slimy, bewhiskered bugger must have slipped us the cheapest one he had. Well, never mind, as long as we can get some idea of what's going on in the festival of theirs. Yeah, you just fight something around your level. Maybe a little bit higher. With Ram's voice and ultra vibration, it goes pretty quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, here to raise the curtain on this evening's spectacle of savagery is the illustrious sky-wrapped warrior himself, Blue Hood. Is that Nudaba, or whatever his name is? Be amazed by his cerulean arts as he tangles with the terrible and tenacious Yangshin tiger. Yeah, I heard they're gonna add a limited job to the next expansion. I don't know what it is, though. They haven't named what it is yet, have they? A masterful performance, while few compare to the magnificence of Golden Goliath, who can deny the talent of Perrin Bluehood, the original pioneer of blue wizardry. That'll probably come after the expansion, though, huh? Probably in the patch content. The pioneer of it. It was me who brought blue magic to the masses, not this puffed-up pretender. I've seen enough. The spells are real, all right, but the execution is atrocious. It's an offense against our profession. Who's behind that mask, then? I'd like to know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we progress to the main event, Bluehood himself has asked that you spare him a moment of your attention. Listen one, listen all. No occult tricks or arcane incantations can contend with the all-surpassing might of blue wizardry. Who among you dreams of holding such miraculous power in the palm of his or her hand? I know that voice. It's him. It's bloody Nudaba. Nudaba Boondaba. Lalafell names. Are you saying that anyone can learn those spells? Even me? If you but possess the will, then I, the founder of Azure Evocations, need only to mark the way. I have with me a surfeit of talismans to awaken the blue spirit within you, and a stack of custom-made raiments to arm and garb you. Those first in line will also receive one of a limited number of blue wizardry spell tomes. Come forth and open your purses. The bold will be rewarded. That's Martin's grift. That thieving bastard. I knew I was missing a cache of soul crystals. I mean, he has no shame. Has he no shame? He's even stolen my old sales pitch right down to the introductory offer. Ladies and gentlemen, I must ask those without full price admission tickets to kindly vacate the seats. The main event is soon to commence. I wasn't entirely sure what we'd find in there, but it wasn't Great Vanishing Nutiba, I can tell you that much. Let's wait around for a bit and see if he comes out. I think I'd like to have a few words with our budding entrepreneur. Well, well, fancy meeting you here, Nudaba. I hope you've got a good explanation for why you'd stab your old guild master in the back like this. So sorry, you must have mistaken me for someone else. I haven't the faintest idea what. You can drop the act already. I saw you flaunting your blue wizardry in that farce of a performance, and don't think I didn't recognize my missing soul crystals. Kageyama. Oh, Lord, it's Kageyama. Now see here, I don't know who you are or what you want, but I'll not have you endangering my investment. Have a care with whom you meddle. Coercion, kidnapping sounds like a right proper piece of work. Now, I recognize you now. That wasn't my idea. I was as much a victim of that awful man as anyone. In any case, I've since put all that behind me and resumed my place as an upstanding citizen and businessman. But whatever you claim to be, it's clear that your enterprise is a blatant imitation of our mass carnival in Ul'dah. As Guildmaster of the Blue Mages, I demand you cease and desist in this unscrupulous attempt to profit from the spellcraft that I established. Do you expect me to simply crumble before your insistence? Who's to say that you are not the ones who mimicked us? If you are truly the founder of blue magic, then you won't mind giving us all a demonstration of your powers. I challenge you to face the greatest combatant in the history of Fukuman Fighting Festival, the undefeated Golden Goliath. Prove yourself against our champion and we'll surrender to your demands. You find these terms acceptable, I trust? Of course, consider your challenge accepted. Very good. I shall organize an exhibition match for the purpose and inform you of the schedule at a later date. Don't stray too far now. Gods above, what I've got myself into this time. Come on, Dilly, I need to run back to the tea house. My shift is about to start. Poor Martin. Right, all I have to do is beat this Golden Goliath fellow, and the festival is history. I mean, how difficult could it be? Even if he is their champion, the whole thing is an inferior contest in the first place. But even though I'm sure to win, it never pays to be overconfident. Best do some more investigating before the match, I'm thinking. By the way, you might want to keep yourself up to snuff on the off chance I'm unfit for battle on the day. Tingle is a handy spell to know, and anyways, it's back to work for me. I think I picked Tingle up. While I was fighting something and, leveling, because... yeah. No, I guess it wouldn't be blue if I didn't have it. Martin greets you with a confident smile. Zilly, been preparing for the unlikely event I was unfit for the match, then. I appreciate the effort, but as you can see, I'm more than ready to tackle Golden Goliath on my own self. Today is the day we go head-to-head, and I've been lurking around the festival to study my opponent's fighting style. From what I could gather, old Goldie learned all his spells from the exotic creatures in the festival, techniques I've never even seen or heard before. But that just means his blue magic repertoire is limited. I, on the other hand, have spent many a moon building a diverse arsenal of offensive and defensive marvels. There's no way I can lose. Oh, he's gonna lose. Let's not get cocky. I'll be fine, trust me, although there is one tiny problem. I don't have my costume. I know it's silly, but getting into character helps me focus my skills. Never mind to string up our fellow Gyoto and find out where he sold my clothes. Feel like coming along? Good, my fellow tea house workers agreed to cover my duties, so I have a little time right now. Let's head into the alleys again and see if we can't flesh out that fish. Go to the market. Everybody was Boogerman fighting. He's close, I reckon. I can almost smell him. Tickets, get your Oh, it's you two again. I thought I could live without my old clothes, Gyoto, but it turns out I'm a bit sentimental. I need to know, who did you sell my wardrobe to? Your shiny outfit? Oh, I auctioned it off piece by piece through a second-hand dealer, and they were bought up by merchants from the Rakuza district in Kogane Dori. I don't know which shops have them now, but if you mean to buy your costume back, then you had better hurry along. Yes, yes? Well, that sounds like a two-mage job. Can I ask you to scour the stores of Kogane Dori? I'll take the Rakuza district. Buy any pieces you can find and we'll settle accounts over at the castle. Hopefully my purse can cover it. Ooh, poor Martin. Always getting into some kind of issue. Auction off by the Gyoto, you say? Ah, yes, those foreign garments. I just sold them. Why, yes, I did purchase something from a Namazu's seller recently. You're referring to that unusual scepter, I assume? If you're quick, perhaps you can make a deal with the customer who bought it. Young Lalafell he was, left but a few moments ago. At Nudaba. I have to go. Forgive me for running. I just panicked and you've been well, I hope. I've no wish to lie to you of all people, so let me confirm what the Guildmaster believes to be true. I am Blue Hood. Every part of this, stealing the soul crystals, setting up the festival, selling the secrets of blue wizardry, was all my doing. I knew it was wrong, and I don't expect to be forgiven. But you should also know that I had no other choice for reasons that I cannot presently explain. Here, this hardly begins to make up for what I've done, but I took the liberty of reclaiming Azuro's costume. Please see that it makes it into Martin's hands. He'll need all the edge he can get against Golden Goliath, though I doubt it will do him any good. Fare you well, Zilly. Of course he's going to lose. There's still several quests left. It's gone. Every storekeeper who had a piece of my costume had already sold it. Don't suppose you had any better luck. You got the whole set, but how? And then Nudaba just gave it to you? I don't understand. What kind of game is he playing here? But let's leave that mystery for later. I have a match to win and I don't need any more distraction. Time for Azuro III to prove himself on this far eastern stage. I'll see what this Goldie is really made of. He lost to Siegfried too, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, for this evening's entertainment, we bring you an unranked exhibition match featuring the incomparable, the invincible, the inexorable Golden Goliath. His opponent is a stranger to our shores, a challenger from the distant west who seeks to pit his own formidable skills against our reigning champion. Please welcome Azuro III. Look at him. This fool is just some would-be Blue Hood. He'll never beat Golden Goliath. I'll show you how a real practitioner of blue magic fights. Have a taste of this. Have a taste of this. Bloody hells. Oh, the challenger appears to have some tricks up his sleeve, but will they be enough to topple our golden paragon? There's more where that came from. There's more where that came from. He's just repeating what he said. He's down. But no blue mage can do that, can they? The Azuro III is down. Victory for Golden Goliath. That's that, then. I failed. He'll never heed my demands now. And what's with those spells Goldie Cassidy in there? I swear I only ever saw him using monster techniques, and suddenly he's throwing flare and holy at me? I tell you, as a longtime student of the arcane arts, it eats me up inside. How can someone wield blue, white, and black magic all at the same bloody time? I ain't leaving until I get some answers. That was a sound thrashing you gave me, mate, but I've got to ask, where did you learn to fight like that? Who was your mentor? Mentor? I had no mentor. My arts are mine alone. They are inimitable. Clear off, you whimpering cur. Find someplace else to whine about your defeat. Ha 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 ha. No mentor, so he taught himself all that stuff? It just doesn't seem possible. Class, it's getting late. Sorry to rush off, but they'll be needing me back at the tea house. Oh, poor Martin. We'll get him, buddy. Don't worry. I guess Golden Goliath is our Siegfried or Azomaga for this quest line. This ain't about the festival anymore, Zilly. The reputation of our guild is at stake. I won't let it end in defeat. I'll challenge Goldie to a rematch. Don't you worry about that. But first I need to learn more about the man and his inimitable art if I'm to have a fighting chance. Oh, and you shouldn't neglect your studies while this is going on. Why don't you take a crack at acquiring Ultra Vibration? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got customers to serve. Well, I definitely have Ultra Vibration. So I use the level. Level 68, where the gold goes. Martin appears restless and frustrated. Zilly, mastering Ultra Vibration didn't get you shaken to pieces, I see. Me, I've been heading out when I can to find work on the puzzle of old Goldie, but no matter how many pieces I find, I just can't seem to put a picture together. About the best I can think of is to follow him after a match and see if he lets something slip. Come on, the boss is giving me the afternoon off, so it's now or never. Bizarre. I think I know where to go by now. But apparently not. I picked up Ultra Vibration, was the first thing I picked up after before even leveling, because I knew it would come in handy leveling. The match should be over soon. Let's stay out of sight and wait for our friend, shall we? Here we go, not too close now. Now he's by the pier. Go to the hostelry. Goldie hopped on one of those huge birds and flew off somewhere. The handler tells me he's bound straight for a village called Namai and pays extra for the unusual route. I'll take a boat across to Yorkshire right now so we don't lose him, but join me over there as soon as you can. Looks like your average foreman settlement to me. Wait, ain't that our man over there? Bit of an odd one, ain't he? Yeah, he's just like making weird faces and stuff. He's mimicking somebody. Yep, he's weird. So he's some kind of mimic. Strange thing to be doing in the middle of the street, but the villagers don't seem surprised by his antics. They must know him here, better than they do in Kugane at any rate. Would say we split up and ask a few questions. My maiden. Golden Goliath? I've never heard that name. Maybe you can ask one of the grown-ups. Ah, Golden Goliath. That's what they call him in Hingashi, is it not? Around here we know him as Go-Go. He used to perform for us in the Enclave, but the Imperials had little use for a mimicer's talents. We were proud to hear he had met with such success over in Kugane. Maybe someone else to talk to within the circle. There we go. Who? Oh, you mean Go-Go? That arena name always throws me off, but yes, I know him well. He and I grew up here together, as a matter of fact. The man's talent for mimicry is nothing short of miraculous. He'd always been naturally good at it, then spent endless hours in practice till he was perfect. Ah, good timing, Zilly. My new mate here was just about to tell the story of Golden Goliath's rise to fame. Should be interesting. Well, it all goes back to the time I was an impresario. Golden Goliath was one of the performers under my wing, although he went by just plain Go-Go back then. This was in the years before Lord Kayan's rebellion. We lived under the Imperial's rule, but I suppose they saw no harm in letting us stage a few shows. And let me tell you, even then, Go-Go was a crowd favorite. They couldn't get enough of him. With little more than a glance, he could mimic any gesture or expression with jaw-dropping exactitude. Proficiency extended even to the techniques of samurai and ninja. Such skills take years to acquire, and he would execute them flawlessly within moments. There was once an enraged samurai lord who sought to cut him down for his impudence, but Go-Go replicated the attack so swiftly that the swordsman found himself on the defensive. In that moment, we witnessed him elevate the act of mimicry from performance art to martial art. The brutal suppression which followed Lord Kayan's uprising, however, marked an end to such entertainments. Go-Go was forced off the stage, but his dedication to his craft never wavered. Later, rumors reached us of men who vied with monsters by using their own bestial attacks against them. Go-Go was intrigued. He took ship to Kugane to see the spectacle for himself, and enlisted as a combatant in the Fukumen Fighting Festival. For one such as Go-Go, imitating the art of blue wizardry was simplicity itself. Even in the arena, he needed but a blink of an eye to understand and master the attacks of his feral opponents. Not once did he taste defeat. When challengers came forth to contest his supremacy, their techniques too did he turn against them. One by one they fell, and so did the legend of Golden Goliath arise. That is all I can say for now. As for the next chapter of Go-Go's saga, well, that is something we all look forward to hearing. Bloody hell, from the way the old man described it, Goldie's mimicry sounds like a more advanced form of blue magic. We have to work for our spells, right? You provoke a creature into displaying an ability, and then you absorb its ether once you've won the fight. But Goldie skips past that last bit and picks up the new tricks almost immediately. It doesn't even need to be a monster. Swordplay, spellcraft, anything an opponent throws at him, he can learn. Just copying their movements wouldn't be enough. It's as if he perceives the attacks on some deeper level and mirrors the exact flow of their ether. Something like that would take a natural gift for observation, honed by years of patient study. Goldie, as we just discovered, has devoted his entire life to the art of mimicry, and I reckon this ironically inimitable talent is his reward. Even expert blue mages like you and me must seem like infants to him. There must be some way to claw out a victory. Let's head back to Kugane for the moment. I'll try to think up a plan along the way. Let me at him, boss. I can take him. I don't know. I assume we'll have to fight him at some point. We'll probably look up a guide real quick before we do. Well, I gave it some thought, and I believe he hit upon a winning strategy. Goldie's mimicry is a formidable weapon, there's no doubt about that, but just because he's learned a bunch of spells and stuff doesn't mean he knows the best way to use them. Footwork and flexibility, that's what's important, and when it comes to battle instincts, I think I have the upper hand over some stage performer. It would just be a case of dodging his attacks while making sure I land a good walloping of my own. He won't even know what hit him. Speaking of improvements, why don't you see about learning Ethereal Spark? I'll be busy training for my grand rematch anyway, once I'm done serving tea. Looks like I have that one too. Did I get that one while leveling? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, maybe when I was leveling in the locks. I mean, it says I learned it in the locks, so... Oh, we've been really lucky with the spells so far. Martin appears to have mastered the art of tea house customer service. Level 70 to Master of Mimicry. Zilly, keeping your feet wet in the blue, I see. In case you were wondering, I tried to arrange a rematch with Golden Goliath, but that smug bastard Kageyama wouldn't even give me the time of day. As far as he's concerned, the matter's already dead and buried. But I ain't one to give up so easily. I'll keep on hounding him till he's sick of the sight of me, and then... Royce, welcome to Kugane. Can I get you a nice cup of tea? Do I look like I'm in the mood for tea? I got so tired of waiting for word of your investigation that I packed a bag and came here myself. And what do I discover, darling? But that you wagered the right to continue the Fukumen Fighting Festival on a trial by combat, which you then proceeded to lose? It wasn't my finest moment, no. Ned should have delegated this business in the first place. From here on out, I will be taking charge of things, effective immediately. As a matter of fact, I already have an appointment outside the castle gates with the festival's founder, this Nutaba Vuntaba of yours. Come along, darlings. I will not stand idly by while someone who isn't me profits from the idea of the mass carnival. Royce ain't one to mess about, is she? I think my days at the tea house might be numbered. So we're probably going to look up a guide before we fight him, because I may have to go get other spells. Kind of surprised we managed to pick everything up just by leveling. Usually you'd have to go do something in a dungeon. Nudaba, I accuse you of founding the Fukumin Fighting Festival in a direct attempt to imitate and exploit the success of my mass carnival. I demand you cease operations and offer restitution for profits lost. You better bloody well make up for stealing my soul crystals as well. I willingly confess to the crimes leveled against me and offer you both my most sincere and regretful apologies. I cannot halt what has been put into motion. As to the reasons why, well, that shameful explanation is what brought me out to meet with you today. I used to be a sailor from Limsa Laminza. To cut a long story short, I was on the crew of a trading ship which docked in Kugane, where I fell in love with a local girl. I asked for her hand in marriage, and that's where Kageyama came in, as the mediator employed for our betrothal. He offered to lend us the monumental sum required for the traditional exchange of gifts. By way of repayment, I was to help him avoid paying tariffs on soy sauce exports. I became a smuggler. The longer I toiled in the shadows, the firmer his grip closed upon me, until one day I realized there was no way to squirm free. It was then that Kageyama heard talk of the mass carnival. He grew obsessed with the idea of raking in the profits by beginning his own fighting arena in Kugane. To that end, he ordered me to travel to Ul'dah and steal the secrets of blue magic. My conscience rebelled in disgust, but the fear of what Kageyama might do to my fiancée was stronger. And so, resigned to carry out the deception, I apprenticed myself to the guildmaster. Once I acquired solid foundation in the art, I waited the chance to pilfer your cache of soul crystals and then fled into the night. Do not expect the simple admission of guilt to absolve me of my transgressions, yet beyond that I can give you no more, not without risking the safety of the one I hold most dear. Surely you understand. Kageyama, you said. The name rings a bell, but I thought he was just another rich Kugane merchant. This goes beyond commercial ruthlessness. Damn you, Kageyama, you've got a lot to answer for. Did someone call my name? Why are you out here wasting words on this flea-ridden failure? If you've time to chat, you've time to market our blue wizard wares. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Royce, and I'm the manager of the Mass Carnival. This little show you're running here is a brazen theft of my entrepreneurial idea. Begin with this idiocy. You forfeited all rights to that claim the moment your man here lost against our champion. I acknowledge his defeat here, Kugane, but that was on foreign soil where you held every advantage. Isn't it only fair that we have the chance to prove our legitimacy on more familiar ground? Try to twist things all you like, Miss Manager, but what's done is done. Besides, what could I possibly stand to gain by allowing you a rematch? A renegotiation of the terms, then. Should you win again, I promise to sign over to you full ownership of the Mass Carnival. Ah, you have a deal. Just name the day. Not so fast. To clarify, victory will only be considered valid if won in our home city of Ul'dah. Also, I reserve the option to nominate this mage, Azura II, to fight on our behalf. Yes, very well. Golden Goliath will slaughter any combatant you care to bring into the ring. Your business is as good as mine. Gah-ha-ha-ha-ha. My apologies for the sudden shift in responsibilities, Illy, but there's no one else I trust to shoulder the burden. I can handle it. I knew this would happen. I can handle it. I know you can, darling, and we love you for it. I wouldn't have minded another shot myself, but Royce has the last word in these things, and you are the best choice, if I'm being honest. That's settled then. Let's saddle up and head home. Kageyama and Nutiba are already here with Golden Goliath, fitting him for a new costume in one of the Celestium's anterooms. I have a new outfit for you as well. I want you to wearing it for the pre-match announcement. Don't worry, darling, you'll look splendid. Go on now, light up the stage. I thought they were going to make me wear that gear. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm down with it. We're going to keep our current gear, though. Probably a higher eye level. Ladies and gentlemen, today we introduce a new challenger to our champion's crown. This enigmatic combatant hails from the far eastern nation of Hingashi, a man who beguiles his foes with preternatural feats of imitation. I present to you Gogo, Master of Mimicry. Make the flowing cape. Prepare to be bested. May the best warrior win. Keep it above the belt. Prepare to be bested. Prepare to be bested. Oh, and so it begins, folks, with what appears to be a mocking taunt. The challenger Gogo has favored us with a preview of his mimicking talents. Can a clever replication truly stack up against the genuine article? Come one, come all to this titanic contest and witness the outcome for yourself. Crowd is primed for blood now. Darlin, enter the Celestium when you're ready and expose this master of mimicry for the cheap fraud he is. I wonder if I could get Royce to make me one of those costumes. Sorry, back to the task at hand. If I've learned anything about Gogo, then he'll be soaking up the skills of every creature in the mass carnival in preparation for your bout. And no matter what spells he brings to bear, remember that you've got the upper hand when it comes to battle experience. And just in case you're keen to accumulate a little more, I've added some new places you can visit to your Blue Mage log. Like I said, focus on footwork and flexibility. We're counting on you to take down that clown and uphold the honor of your fellow Blue Mages. Master of Mimicry, complete. New stage has been added to the Mass Carnival and can be accessed by speaking with the Celestium attendant. New duties have also been added to the Blue Mage log. Access the Blue Mage log tab via the Blue Magic spellbook found in the main menu. Alright. This may take us a few tries. So, first things first. Let's open our gear coffin. Okay, so that gives us, this is all eye level 400. What are we at? 405. No, we're at 400. If this is all 400 gear, then we'll it's all the same. We'll go ahead and equip our stuff. What I want is a better weapon. Do they have a better weapon? Do I not get a better weapon until afterward? Future and blue. Okay. So I won't get my item level 400 weapon until after we've done it. Which is not great. Do we bother melding materia to any of this? Go ahead and save this. Same as our tombstone gear. But specialized. How do we look? We look fine. This is all Blue Mage specific. I like these bottoms. Alright, so we're gonna give it a shot. So there's a couple of guides out there. I'm gonna show you how to get the. Now, if we wanted to get like the achievement or whatever, we'd have to probably go get some more spells. But it looks like I have everything we need to just do it. We'll see. And if we have trouble with it, then we'll just have to go pick up some more spells. So, like I went and got a healer mimic. I had to actually go to Limsa for that. Either right here, there were no healers. But we're going to need specifically, it looks like Palm Cure. Yeah, like less, it looks like he needs less stuff than like Siegfried or Azamaga need, because like you have to have Loom for Azamaga, and I think you need that for Siegfried. It might be helpful in this one, but we're not going to bother with it. At least not for our first go. So we're going to use Palm Cure, and then Gobskin will help since we have Healer Mimic. Exuviation to get rid of some stuff. Eerie Soundwave to get rid of some stuff from him. And apparently Diamondback's necessary for like a meteor phase. So this will be our first try and first attempt, and we'll see how it goes. This may take a few attempts, so figured there'd be more stuff. Is it just the one? Maybe there's more afterwards. I don't expect him to have any weaknesses. Okay. Apparently he cast something right after we pull. Okay, we can't do anything to him while he's under Mimicry. Apparently we can't avoid Flamethrower. Oh. That hurt. He cast that fast. That takes a lot of... that does a lot of damage. We need to interrupt Imp Song. Okay, we need to be at full health for this, or else we'll die. Okay, not enough time to cast anything else, so we'll just let it wear out. Cast Gobskin. I don't think we're supposed to do anything while he's under. That might have been bad. Supposed to be attacking the other one. Try and keep our health up. Okay, this I think I need to Eerie Soundwave because it's a crit buff. Okay. Heal. Got dots on him at least. It says we're not supposed to cast anything while he's under Mimic, but I guess it means we're just not supposed to attack him. He's gonna cast that again, it looks faster. Okay. We're just gonna take our time. Oh yeah, that was unavoidable. Get in. Okay. Not getting much damage in, fortunately. Get this in before it casts it. Gobskin. Let him hit us. Crit. afterwards. Okay, we got out of it that time. Use my condensed Libra. Oh. There we go. Thought I got rid of that. Alright. Heal. I'm gonna pop him with it as soon as he gets off. No, no, I don't want to do Diamondback. No. Run through these. I think it's the second phase, that's the hard one. And that should be the first phase. And this is supposed to be the hard phase. The one that's going to give us trouble. Okay, we're supposed to get away from him. No. Gonna wait and see what is cast. This is the one. I don't know if I need to be in a certain spot. Oh, did I cast it too soon? Did. I think I casted it too soon. No, it's when the floor turns orange is whenever I have to. Here. That's when I cast Diamondback. Okay. So we're fine. Regular meteors can't get out of this. Heal up. Oh, I got slow. Okay. Okay, well that didn't go so well. Alright, I think we're going to give this one more shot. And if we don't get it this time, then we'll go pick up some other spells and come back. It looks like Cold Fall would be really useful, which we don't have, so... Alright, so we're going to give this one more try. And if we don't get them this time, then we'll go pick up some other spells. And we'll come back to it. One from these. Print on. Need to interrupt this. Another dot. Put Song of Torment back on. Need to heal up the Doom. Do you not have full? I don't think we're at full. I think we're close. Yeah, we have to be at full. It's going very poorly. Okay. Can't do anything to him right now. Get ready to bad breath him as soon as he comes off of it. We get him, pull him out a bit. Okay, no here. Heal up. Did it too soon. Heal. Keep a dot on him. Nope. Didn't mess with it. Not super worried about this phase. We're just taking our time with it. We'll worry about getting the achievement. Gotta heal up. Aka. Okay. God skin while he's doing that. Okay, got rid of his crit. Even B for now. Run run through his saps. Hit him with J-Kick if we don't definitely put the AoE on him. Interrupt this in case we don't do damage. Alright, now the hard part. It'll be easier to get the achievement once we get a higher eye level weapon and some better spells. But we're just trying to get through the quest line at this point. Skin. Okay, he comes to us, and we need to move away from him. Cast go fire, and we need to stop. Not move. So Paretic's off. Yep, I wasn't anywhere near it with that. Okay, he's gonna hit us with Go-Go Flare. We're gonna have to heal through that. Hit it too soon. He's gonna hit us with Holy. We'll have to heal through that. Also hit it too soon. He's gonna do meteors. He's just gonna start dropping stuff everywhere, so we need to be kind of away from everything. Heal up. Heal up. Drop another one. We need to diamond back. We're in the middle. To heal pretty much immediately. We're gonna need exuviation. Twice. Get out of that first. He's gonna drop thunders on us. Another one. We apply our dot. Okay, now we're under Pyretic, we can't do anything. Do flare again, let's move out the way of stuff, and then we'll stop. Heal, heal through Holy. Meteors again. Drop skin on. Need to kind of avoid everything. Not gonna worry too much about hitting them at this point. Just kind of want to avoid stuff. Heal up. So we're out of the way of stuff. 4 turns orange. We'll use Diamondback again. Heal, heal. Get away from these. Hardest part is seeing. We can't do anything while under Paretic. Heal, because he's going to Cast Holy. Okay. We just need to do damage. Need to be smart about stuff, that's all. Worry about killing them quickly when we have their equipment. Need to keep doing this. Keeping an eye on our health and everything. The other one gonna be at? Right there, of course. Diamondback. Feel as soon as we come out of this. Get out of the way of the Charybdis. We'll wait for him to drop Go-Go's. Ice Storm, so we need to exuviate. Okay, get rid of the Thunders. Drop one more, we'll run out of it. Fire, we'll reapply a dot. There's so much going on. Oh, I'm under Pyretic. I was under Pyretic, I shouldn't have done anything. Oh no, that was just Flare. Okay, we're good. These Leviathans plural. He's gonna do Holy. Bad Breathin'. So far so good, it's just taking us a while. Probably shouldn't have used our sprint there. The other one gonna be over there, avoiding that. Hit this. That we can instantly go into Diamondback. Heal again. We come out. Need some MP. Over here, he's gonna do Ice Storm. We're gonna need to exuviate. Get rid of both of them. Can't see. Can't see at all. The Pyretic, I shouldn't have used anything. It's on the format. Super knockdown. Make sure we're at full health before that goes off. Damage. I need some damage. I need some help. So close. Can't screw up now. Oh, come on. 0.6. Got him. Yes. All right. This is our 4th try. I'm not going to put them all up here. That was our 4th try. Okay. Certainly didn't beat him in enough time to get the achievement. But we'll come back and do that when we start doing more of the Blue Mage. I'm gonna need to get all the spells and stuff for that. Like getting the primal spells for Stormblood will probably help that achievement. I still need to do the Siegfried achievement too, so but that's good enough. We can finish this quest line. And then that'll be all of our jobs for Stormblood. Martin has the look of a man bursting with pride and eager to bestow praise. Level 70, a future in blue. We saw it all. Zilly, you showed him, then he showed you, and then you showed him right back again. Ha! In the end, Gogo was no match for your mastery of blue magic. It was simply amazing. I can see I have some work to do if Azuro the Fourth is to follow in your footsteps. Ah, here's Royce. Come to heap praise on you as well, no doubt. Fourth try. There you are, darling, twice savior of the mass carnival and hero of the hour. Thanks to you, we now have proof that my enterprise precedes and exceeds the sham that is Fukumen Fighting Festival. You are the first opponent to ever outwit my mimicry. I bow to your skill. My whole life has been devoted to the art of imitation, and so I must grasp this opportunity to emulate such perfection. What is it you'll be doing now? Saving the world. Adventuring? Adventuring. Saving the world's just the thing we do on the side while we're adventuring. And I too shall do the same, is what I would like to say, but my defeat at your hands tells me I am not yet up to the task. It is time I sought out a higher peak of expertise, and when I attain that lofty ground, I hope you will consent to battle me once more. I suppose I'll have to put an end to the festival, it's only fair, but I fear Kageyama won't see it that way, and he still has my fiancée. You tricked me. Even if I accept this as a loss, we still stand even at one victory each. You have no grounds to claim superiority or precedence. Shall we take this one step further then? I'd be happy to let a court of law decide. Your foreign laws don't apply to me, and should you pursue this in Kugane, you'll discover that this merchant prince is untouchable. Oh, I'm well aware of how many officials you have in your pocket back home, Kageyama, which is why I lured you here to Ul'dah. We've compiled enough evidence to prove you guilty of smuggling soy into the city, and for that particular crime against our foreign laws, you're facing a lengthy sentence indeed. Enjoy your time in the dungeons. Thank you, Royce. Now I need not fear Kageyama or his reprisals, but what is to become of me? Though not entirely by choice, I was, after all, his partner in crime. Don't you worry your head about that, darling. It was your testimony which exposed his smuggling in the first place. Once I added in the tale of your extenuating circumstances, I was able to wrangle a deal with the authorities to let you walk free. And just in case that worm wriggled away somehow, I took the liberty of liberating your lady love from Kageyama's associates. My beloved. My deepest thanks to all of you. You have indeed set us free. You know what must be done, dearest one? You have treated me far more generously than I deserve. On my oath, I shall return to Kugane, close down the festival, and never again stray from the honest path. Before this goes any further, pray hear my request. Our arena was an imitation of your mass carnival. That much is now obvious, but that in itself was never the issue. The problem lay in imitation without permission. If you would but give us your blessing, I would like to continue our performances in some form of joint venture. As an artist, it pains me to deprive our audiences of the venue in which they knew such enjoyment. That's not a terrible proposal. Even for a second-rate copy, your arena was bringing tidy profit. Consider your request granted. From this moment forth, I officially recognize the Fukumen Fighting Festival as the Far Eastern incarnation of the Mass Carnival. We can discuss percentages later. In that case, I had best quietly retire my business in blue wizardry and establish a proper Kugane chapter of the Blue Mages Guild instead. I applaud your initiative. Don't forget to put my name on the door, though, eh? Oh, no disrespect intended, Guildmaster, but after your last outing in Kugane, the locals might be more inclined to join if Nutaba is seen to be in charge. But what's that supposed to mean? Well, I think it's time we took our leave. Thank you all again for everything. That's my cue to hand things back to the Guildmaster. If I'm to perform properly as the fantastic Azura IV, I have some serious training to catch up on. Grande has the right of it, darlings. We have legitimate competition now in the Far East, and we cannot let the masked carnival be overshadowed. The show must go on. Gogo's art might well be inimitable, but you, my friend, are bloody unbeatable, and what's more, your victory is further proof that blue magic is the solution to any complication. I tell you what, though, this little adventure has opened my eyes to a whole new world of untapped wonders. If we mean to keep learning from every opportunity in the realm, I think we'll be needing thicker spell books. New costumes, new magic, new horizons. Just imagine where we can go from here. Future in blue. Complete. In order to undertake the next Blue Mage quest, you must first meet the following requirements. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers must be registered to your service account. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Reflections in Crystal. Once you have done so, the next Blue Mage quest will be available from Martin. Nice. We did it. We did it. Let's equip our new item, and then we'll call it a day there. How does this one look? Ooh, it's shiny. Like icy. Kind of like his. Anything else now that cards. Nope, I'm gonna have to catch more spells before they let us do any more of that. Alright.